make me as happy as driving this beautiful RV anymore. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are on our way to camping trip number 3. This is a place my beautiful wife picked out for us. It's called Ginnie Springs. So as you can imagine, there's a spring. It's natural water. It's supposed to be crystal clear. It's supposed to be a little bit on the cold side though. She's telling me it's 70 degrees.
Yep. 70 degrees. Yeah.
70 degrees. I'm not allowed to pan that way. I was told
Really?
not to videotape.
Stop it.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna want to know why I can't videotape you.
Well, you shouldn't say that.
Well, I did because everybody.
Videotape me during the way. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone wants to know where you're at. You're hiding.
What's hiding?
Just say to her.
What am I doing?
Hey, yeah. we're on our way to the campsite. We'll see you there. Good morning everyone, coming to you from Ginnie Springs campground. There's the beautiful Jayco right there. There's the lovely wife. We're gonna go rent a canoe, I believe.
Yes.
Rent a canoe, we're gonna go down see these springs. We did some wandering around last night. We didn't really videotape, but I'm gonna give you a review of this campground at the end of this video. So stay tuned. I think the results might shock you a little bit. But let's go get a canoe. How was your canoe experience?
It would be nice if my husband wouldn't be a dick.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Try that again. How was your canoeing experience?
It would be nice if my husband wouldn't be a dick.
Wow, okay, that's going on.
Okay, fine.
Because somebody doesn't follow instructions.
Yeah, and somebody freaking throws the damn thing because he's had enough.
Yeah, my back freaking hurt. I told you, parking spot 10, you put the canoe over here, and then I'm like, swing it to the right, and you're like, ah, you dropped it.
Because it's heavy.
No shit, it's heavy. You were a foot away from finishing.
Yes.
You get mofo.
You can make a video on this.
Look at all the squirrels. I think the problem here is everybody feeds them, so they have like no fear of people. Look at this guy. Oh, they're drinking water. Look at that. What are you guys doing? You okay? It's currently 11 o'clock at night, and I'm not sure how good the GoPro is going to pick this up, but you can hear obscenely loud. They play their music. Now, mind you, this is inside my vehicle. This isn't even outside. It's 11 o'clock at night. Their quiet time starts at midnight. This place has absolutely no control over the people here. It's absolutely ridiculous. It would be quieter to sleep in a Walmart parking lot. Hi, good morning, everyone. So you remember Fast and the Furious had race wars. So last night here, it was like radio wars until about 3 a.m. So we really didn't sleep too good. I went to the security booth and asked them if they do anything whatsoever about the music, and they're like, well, there's so many campsites, and you know, we try to keep it under control because we're immune to it, basically, unless somebody complains. And I said, well, consider this a complaint. I said, the guy 2 sites over from me, his bass is friggin' rattling shit inside my camper. I said, I'm trying to frickin' sleep. And you know what? It never got turned down. In fact, it seemed like it got louder. Like, the spring is right down the road from me, and it sounded like some people were camping down there, and they turned their music up. So they turned their music up. They had the guy driving around with his little Razor, whatever it is, with his mobile boom system. Do you think that's acceptable for a campground? To drive around and do that? It is absolutely friggin' ridiculous. The Wild West of camping. It's like no rules apply here. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and do a full review and show you some stuff about this place. Right now, I'm gonna try to have some coffee, and the wife wants to go tubing, so we might try to do that before, by the end of the day. All right, so it's about 9:30 in the morning. We got our inner tube, and listen, this is what we're hearing from our campsite, and I can assure you, from inside of our box, that's the RV, the sound amplifies. Those of you that have ever done car audio stuff know what a bandpass is. When you shoot one wave into another box, so basically is the effect. But this is what we have to listen to here. Somehow they think this is acceptable behavior in a campground. Through here is all the waterfront sites, but they're also the most crowded, and again, some of the noisiest, because there's no power out here, so there's a lot of generators we walk by. But if you can deal with that for the view, continue on past the first spring and keep driving. Like I said, people playing music, generators, and it's the most crowded, the most density amount of people are down through this area. And here is something that's unfortunately kind of common here at the campsite. People bring their own rope and they take over an entire section. So these people here took over the entire campsite where the springs is. So nobody else can come in here. Nobody else can have a campsite. And they do nothing about it. If you want.
I inflated it just like you asked me, and it was, you can't even tell me that it wasn't fine earlier today. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I thought it was like, now we blow up.
It's not that.
You trying to keep your rear end out of the water?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
I can wear it if you want it.
Cold water.
Really? Oh my goodness, it was cold.
Oh. The good thing is the walk here, you build up a little bit of a sweat if you decide to come all the way down here. But still, that first. Oh.
Hey y'all, I couldn't even.
I don't like to see this. I'm going this way.
Alright, so at this point it's now just all up to the current of the stream to bring you down to where you get out.
Come here.
Now I will say the staff here is very friendly. We haven't had any problems with staff members, from the people being in the store to security. Everybody's been really nice. But last night when I talked to security, they kind of told me that unless people complain about the noise, they won't do anything about it. That the owners here don't want to disrupt the party, they just want to make money. He said, come here on the weekends, that's a real eye-opener. They got people running around without clothes on. And that it's even louder and crazier. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap this up with my review of the place, but I mean, so far, I mean, it's nice tubing. It's kind of loud. People blasting music from the campsites, and it's just a lot of people here. A lot. It's very crowded. The spring's pretty, but I think it would be less crowded at maybe a state park or something. But we're stopping here. She's swimming after our little tubing thing. She loves water. What's that? How was it?
Well, it was good.
It was good?
Yeah, I'm not cold anymore.
You're not cold from being in cold water? Okay. Enjoy it? I've been here sniffing cigarette smoke.
Well, there's a woman, two
Yeah.
women, and it's just smoking.
There she is, the red tube right there. She's got her cigarette in hand.
Oh, I don't know if I can bring that up from
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And beer flowing. Definitely not a place I'd bring a child if I had one. Alright guys, we're gonna go have lunch. So right here you have the general store. To the far, if you're facing, gonna be the far right is where you get burgers, drinks and stuff like that. Then you kind of got your general store. Right here is where you rent your kayaks, inner tubes and stuff like that. And if you bring your own, right here to the left of it as you face it is an air station where you can go ahead and fill up your stuff. Probably about the only benefits they have to this place. They do have a dump station. There's one centralized location which we will be visiting on the way out. Lunchtime. So here's my review of Ginnie Springs Campground. Utter disappointment. This is like a Chuck E. Cheese for rednecks. Now your opinion might vary depending on what kind of camping that you want to do. If you're like me, somebody that likes state parks, federal parks, because of the beautiful scenery and the peace and quiet they offer, you definitely will not enjoy this. If you don't mind people blasting their music, racing four-wheelers or those big off-road things, keep forgetting the name of those things. If you don't mind people racing around in those, golf carts blowing through all hours in the night, shining their headlights in your cart. Again, razors. People with the razors all lifted up. People put subwoofers in them. If you don't mind that, then this place will be fine. If you want peace and quiet and you don't want people driving their off-road vehicles and golf carts all over the place, this might be for you. So the problem here is most campsites segregate campers from people using day use, like boat ramps and stuff. So here's the campground, there's the general store, and this road here is the access to the spring. The problem with this is the amount of traffic coming through here is, it's enormous. Best way to put it. It's non-stop, and the problem is that this road here is kind of on a hill, so of course you have a lot of people with loud trucks and stuff like that that like to gun it on the way up. Now see, here we go, more people. Oh, I think they actually work here. So this has been a problem. Me and the wife have walked down here a few times, and we've encountered some cars speeding at a pretty good rate up and down this hill. Now the spring itself is pretty. It is nice to look at. And there's definitely some very nice scenery to be seen around here. The problem is the spring itself isn't very large, and because it's a day use facility too, it brings in a lot of people. I mean, I'm talking like a lot of people. See, the problem is management here takes absolutely no control over any monitoring of the situation at any of the campsites. They don't come out here, monitor, tell people to turn down their music. There was a campsite further down that we canoed past earlier. The guy was out there with a live drum just beating it. And like right here, here's the common area where everybody comes and swims. Look at how crowded this is. And of course you can hear there's music playing. So I can't get too close, I'll get copyright, maybe. I'm not sure what they're playing. You can see how steep this road is. Granted, they put a couple of speed bumps, but most people just go around, drive on the wrong side of the road. I said there's no control. Management has no control over the campground. People run generators instead of paying for a power site. People speed up and down this road. People openly blast music. people are driving off-road vehicles. Now you might be like, hey, maybe that's not a big deal to you, but what if I'm right here, a guy comes by in his Razor and strikes me? Guess what? They don't have insurance on that. There's no bodily injury, there's no insurance, and then what? You go to the hospital, now you probably end up with a lawsuit with these people trying to get your money back. And then look at this. Here's a bone. Now granted, he's going slow, but that's all you hear all day long. Look, cigarette butt, bottle cap, bottle cap. Cold. There's no fire pits for burning. They sell wood here. They sell wood, but there's no fire pits here. No fire pits whatsoever. And this is a damn disgrace. Look at this shit. The hell you got the American flag? Sitting. I will properly dispose of this later. That brings me to probably maybe my final complaint. Social distancing doesn't exist. I understand, as of filming this in July 2020 here in the state of Florida, Corona's on an uptick. It's on a rise. Therefore you think, there goes the music again. I just walked over and now they turned it back on. So you would think they would practice social distancing more, but they're not. Would I recommend a campground? If you're a camper like me, no. I would say stay away from here, find you someplace else. If you're into partying and loud music, like I said, and that doesn't bother you, people driving through your campsite at night with their headlights shining through your windows, then yeah, then you're probably not gonna have a problem with this. If you don't mind people shortcutting through your campsite to get to the springs while you're sitting down here to eat. What the heck is this? Must be the squirrels. If you don't mind people walking through your campsite, then yeah, probably the place for you. For me, I don't enjoy this type of camp. I don't enjoy noise and all that, and I hear bass coming, so it's probably, let's see if we can find the culprit. Problem is too, it's a lot of day use people going down to the springs, roll down their windows and turn up the music because they think everybody wants to hear them. You know, I love music. I really do love music. I enjoy music, but I don't come out here to campground and blast my music. You know, I got speakers on the outside. I could easily do it. I don't know. But yeah, so my review, no, I don't like it. Major fail to this place. I think I mentioned before, if not, I think I kind of got, like I said, the spring is really pretty, but it's tiny and it's swarmed with people. As soon as you go out there into the main part of the river, there's really nothing special about it. It's no different than any other river. It's just dark and murky. And two, also the water, extremely cold. It's about 70 degrees. So if you're like me, don't really dig cold water and stuff like that, again, you're not going to enjoy it here. So that's my review. Overall, I mean, I guess very, you know, the general store and all that, it's nice, it's okay. They have a food stand over there. Burgers are like $9, you know, expect stuff to be expensive. Hookups here work, they seem to be okay. I have not checked out the shower houses. I know later in the video when I end I said I didn't tour a bathhouse, but I spoke too soon. We're gonna go tour, see what this looks like real quick. Not Nice. They do have a dump station, which I'll utilize on the way out, but other than that, no. I mean, like you see, there's no separation between you and your neighbor. There's another campsite right there. You have that one there, one here. And this place wasn't cheap. I mean, on average, we're spending 2 nights here at about $120, $110. So very, very expensive. And I mean, you don't even get concrete pad or anything like that. So thankfully, I got the snap pads and the leveling system, because this is some very, very soft dirt right here. So there you have it. That's my review. Sorry, I kind of rambled a little bit too much, but here we go. Thanks for watching. Like, shares, comments, appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one, because the next camping trip is gonna be epic. It's gonna be, hopefully the state doesn't close down again. Till then, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.